I swear I have the attention span of a squirrel sometimes. I was, well, my license plate's held on by zip ties at the moment, and until I get a new bumper, I was just gonna throw black on this so it's at least not chrome, because everything on the truck's already black, so at least have the rust black as well. So of course, I went to go cut the zip ties off, and I literally grab the razor blade backwards and tried to cut it like that. So then I cut my finger. Like, who does that, dude? And there we go. Rusty black. Definitely does not fix the bumper whatsoever, but at least it's not like screaming out, look at me. It just kind of blends in now instead of a bright silver / rust color bumper. So we just hit AutoZone. Just got a load of goodies for this thing. So back here, I already have the, oh, what's this? Is that another oil filter? Oh no, that's a blower motor resistor, all right. In case it ever goes out bad on this, I got an extra one, but I don't need that. We got a transmission filter and oil or transmission pan gasket. So I can do tranny flush. All I need was fluid, and I just picked up all of the tranny fluid that I will need right there. I think it was like 8 quarts, and that wasn't doing like the full flush. That was just dropping it out, flipping the filter over, and putting fluid back in was like 8 quarts. It's like 16 quarts or something dumb to do like an actual flush. So got enough to just empty it and fill it up again. I got some more zip ties, got some double-sided tape for window visors, and we got oil and oil filter. So doing an oil change on this bad Larry. So the 6.0 is gonna be happy. Lately I've been trying to figure out what I want to get. My only options were between basically a 6.5 turbo diesel and a 5.9 Cummins. Now, I know that the Cummins right off the bat has a better reputation. They're known to be reliable, and the 6.5s are kind of the opposite. 6.5s kind of have a bad reputation from what I've heard, but oddly enough, I've heard only bad things about 6.5s until I look up like about them and I ask people that have actually owned them, and they all say really good things about them. So I couldn't quite tell, really. It's kind of a hit or miss thing. Basically, I've been looking for both. There was a 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, dually, 6.5 Cummins, 6.5 turbo diesel Chevy that I was gonna try to get, but it didn't quite work out, and it was kind of rusty. Then there was a few Cummins I was looking at. I texted like 10 people about Cummins trucks. None of them responded to me. And it wasn't like I was just asking stupid questions. Like, I basically was like, look, I've got money, ready to go. Like, I can come buy this. I just want to know a few quick questions about it, and then I can head your way. Because they were like 6 hours away or like 5 hours away. Like, it's a long trip. I want to know a little bit about the truck before I drive that far. All of them just read my messages and didn't respond. And then the one guy that did respond, he wanted $5,000 or best offer, and I was like, that's a good little truck right there. It was a 6-speed, 24 valve, 4-wheel drive. Basically needed some love, but it ran, drove, stop. So he wanted $5,000 or best offer. So obviously, I was gonna be pretty reasonable and say, would you take $4,500? And I text the guy, and he takes a long time to respond to me. He just kept seeing my messages, so I had to like text him a couple times just to get him to respond to me instead of just reading my messages. And then he goes, he's like, well, what ad is it? He's like, I thought I took it down. And so I was like, is the truck sold then? And I show him a picture of the ad, and he's like, oh yeah, that one. He's like, someone offered me like $6,000 the other day, and I turned it down. So basically, he was like, he wanted more than $6,000. I was like, dude, you said you wanted $5,000 or best offer in the ad, not like $6,500. So I was just like, all right, I don't even want to deal with this dude. But trying to get to the point, there's this other guy, and I like really like dumb things for some reason. Like, I like stuff that you just don't see people driving because people don't want to drive them. Like, I bought the Lexus thinking that nobody, like everybody's gonna be like, what the hell is that? Like you're gonna try to slide something like that. And then I realized there's a lot of people that already do that. Not that I'm gonna slide this truck that I'm going to get, but basically I've been talking to the guy and it's a 6.5 turbo diesel. But here's the kicker. It's not a pickup truck. It's a friggin' Suburban. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, dude, what the hell? But for some reason, that gets me excited. Like, I don't know why, but that to me is cool. Like, it's just a really large vehicle that nobody drives. Like, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I think it's badass for some reason. That type of thing excites me because it's really different. So basically, the guy doesn't even, I was gonna give him money, but instead he wants the, man, my finger's too big. He wants that extended cab 6.0. So I'm putting that on the trailer and he's like 3 hours away. I'm gonna go throw that on the trailer, drive it to him, and then I'm honestly probably gonna take it off the trailer, put the trailer behind the 6.5 and put my single cab on the trailer and tow it back. Because I mean, I looked up the specs, it can tow like 8,000 pounds or something. I think this truck's like 4, maybe 5, and the trailer's like 1,000 pounds, 1,500. And he said that he's towed some pretty big stuff with it and it did it all right, because it's a 2500, so it's got like 3/4 ton axles. It's got like a Dana 80 in the back, he said. And he's got a bigger turbo on it. He did injectors, I guess. EGR delete. He relocated the PMD because those overheat on him all the time. It's got 4-inch straight pipe. So yeah, he's probably been a little stupid with it, but I mean, then again, I don't know, people are stupid with everything. At least he's like basically bulletproof to 6.5. He's done everything that was important that you really have to do on him. So, and he said he's been daily driving it for a year with no issues. So I don't know, it's worth a shot to check it out. I might get it and really just not like the thing, but I'm trading a truck that I don't daily drive at the moment, so it's kind of almost like, you know what I mean? It's on the side. Like, I'm not getting rid of my main truck. I'm getting that. I can see if I like it, then I'll get rid of this truck. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a gentle break-in period instead of like trading this for another truck, which is originally what I was gonna do. This is gonna definitely be a test. I mean, I towed this thing home when I bought it, but I only towed it like 40 minutes, not 3 hours. So we're gonna have to see, man. I hope the tires hold up on the trailer. I have a spare for my truck just in case my truck gets a flat. I mean, just did an oil change on it. Topped off with gas. Best we can do is just do it. I'm gonna have to pull this thing a little bit more forward so the weight's a little more forward. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. We're just gonna see what happens. I think we'll be fine, but it's definitely a lot of truck to tow for 3 hours. Gonna be very careful, very gentle on the truck. All right, we're on our way officially. Gonna take it nice and easy. Next 3 hours. She is very, very heavy, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going over 60. I'm doing 55 for the next 3 hours, because once I start doing 60, it sways back and forth, and it starts getting kind of scary, and I don't want this thing going backwards off the highway, so gonna be a little bit of a trip here at 55 miles an hour pegged out. I'm sure the motor would pull at like 90, but it's swaying really hard at 60 or above, and it starts getting kind of sketchy, so I'm not trying to end up on the newspaper. At least not that way. I understand, I don't know if this guy's doing this on purpose, but doing 20 miles an hour on the highway, and this semi-truck's in front of me. I just passed him 5 minutes ago, and then I'm doing 60 down the highway, and he got in front of me and slowed down, and here we are again. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or what. I tried to go around him, tried to pass him, and I'm doing like 60, and he starts speeding up, and then the lanes start merging, and the dude, like, his trailer was like a foot from my headlight, and now he's taking off again. Well, here we are. I think this still is Massachusetts, actually. I don't know. Been here a ton before, but I basically his house is in Connecticut, and it says I'm about 20 minutes away, I guess. Yeah. Here we is, though. The heart of it all. It's been a while since I've been in the city. We are in Connecticut now. He's about 8 minutes away, so I'm gonna get there, do what we gotta do, and then probably get another video driving back, and everything goes as planned, I'm gonna be driving back in the other vehicle. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in a minute. So we're making the trip back with the 6.5. We're gonna we got 3 hours back. I mean, the thing runs and drives good, so kind of just a test of time now. See what happens, but I mean, I don't know, I feel pretty confident in it. I'm gonna just be coasting on the highway like 55 the whole way back, and then I'll do a little walk around of it, and I'm gonna pretty much just dive right into the thing, dude. Like this week, I'm gonna do a ton of stuff to it, so should start looking at least pretty decent. She's a little rough around the edges right now, but I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. We'll get it looking all blacked out and pretty damn good soon. So right off the bat, she's definitely a 6.5. She don't got too much power. It did make a funny weird noise a second ago, but I mean, I don't know, so far it's still going all right. And I found out that it does indeed like roll coal. It's not fast at all, it doesn't really go anywhere, but it does smoke. So that's a good aspect to it. It turns out that the weird noise was just my bumper getting stuck on the front of the trailer and like cracking on the 6.0 back there. So it wasn't this truck doing anything. Look at the amount of smoke this thing blows. Like, that's a lot of frigging diesel. So, I ended up getting home pretty late last night. It was dark out. Couldn't really show you the truck. So I'm about to make the video now. It's, like I said, she's rough around the edges. Needs some love. The things I know I have to fix on is there's an oil leak. It burns on the exhaust on the front because 6.5 just leak everything. So I have to fix that and basically just body work. But there it is. He gave me 2 new fenders. See the haze a little bit. That's the exhaust. It's burning oil. He gave me 2 front fenders. He was gonna do an exhaust dump out the side. Well, his friends cut it for him, and he just never went for it, I guess. He gave me 2 new front fenders though, and then it needs body work around the rear end and paint. So I'm gonna do all the body work probably. Wow, you can like really see the steam if you're in the sunlight. It's usually not that bad. And it's all excess. It's not like it's leaking that fast. It's just because it's accumulated and I have to wash the underside of it. But yeah, needs front fenders, some body work, little stuff inside and out. It's pretty dirty. They did like some weird little custom thing. This lights up different colors. You got the red, white, and blue dash. You got the friggin' pillar gauges up there. Got the big back seats. And then we got to clean out the back of it. It's pretty nasty. Those are brand new fenders and fender flares. And the tires are decent on it, but I'll probably put like 33s. Big ass tip that you can like fit your head in. It does blow a lot of diesel smoke, so I'm probably just gonna leave that. And then I don't know why he took the tailgate thing out, even though like it all works in there. So I'm just gonna add one of those, put it back. And just pretty much black the whole thing out, paint it all, fix all the body work, take all the stickers off. Except for Rifle Race sticker. We gotta have a Rifle Race sticker. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't pay $1 for it because I just traded a different truck for it that I wasn't using. And I wasn't really that deep into that other truck either, so it does good for me. But yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much get to work on all the stuff on it and start cleaning it up and fixing stuff. All the windows work and whatnot, so aftermarket radio. Quick little wash. Got it looking a little bit better. The rear window is not covered in soot now. So it actually turns out that that noise that I heard the other day driving back was not the bumper getting caught on my 6.0 on the trailer. That was something else. It was actually the boot going to the turbo popping off. So I drove the entire trip home with 0 PSI. Like that entire 3-hour trip, I had no turbo. It was just 0 PSI the entire time. and I still was getting like 15 miles to the gallon. But that explains why it was just puking fuel everywhere and like not going anywhere. So I put it back on today. The thing is a night and day difference. The problem now though that I keep having is that the boot keeps popping off. Like I got it back on, it popped off at 15 PSI. I put it back on again, it just popped off at 10, so the thing's numb again. So I gotta figure out how to get it to stay. Come on, baby. Ah, it popped off again. I knew that was coming. All right, time for diesel smoke. Whatever, I don't care at this point because that car was like trying to push me up the hill, so now we get smoke. Coal cam. That's the pipe that keeps popping off. As you can see, there's no nipple or ridge or anything. All the other ones have ridges and nipples and whatnot. So I was messing under here. I'm gonna try to see what I can do to get this to stay. But while I was under here, you know, there's the old 90s model lights. And I don't know how you get it off. Oh yeah, just like that. And then you pull it and you can, I think it's a magnet. Well, if I can find the metal. I don't know, I think it's a magnet. Or it sticks to something, either way. And then when you're done, you just wind the thing up, nice and easy, and then boom, you're done. I have never ever seen one in my life work, and I was just like, just for the hell of it, let's see if it works. And the freaking thing works. I have never, on any one of these I've ever seen where the bulb actually works. It's always blown out or there's just no power to it or something. It actually works. Probably gonna need it on this damn thing. I think for the most part, I got the boot to stay on. I tightened it really good. I cleaned the surface so it wasn't all oily. And I used some weird internet trick where you put hairspray on it while you tighten it so like it dries and helps it to stick. And I mean, I was just wide open for a good 10-15 seconds and the boot didn't pop off. It seemed like it was mostly getting to about 15 PSI. It didn't seem like it was going much above that, but it didn't pop off either. So I'm gonna try again real quick. Quick little tiny pull. The thing's not fast whatsoever. Don't expect it to be fast. It's a Suburban 6.5, but yeah, that's to the board. Yeah, that's all she got. I mean, it maxed out about 15 PSI, but I mean, the thing boot didn't pop off. It's hot under there. No, it doesn't really look like it's moved. Ooh, it's very hot though. Yeah. So I'll probably get LEDs for these eventually, but they're a weird kind of bulb, so I don't have them right now. I do have LEDs for these though, so I'm gonna put those in. It's already got like HID headlights in there. I'm gonna get ready right now to paint the front grille, and the windshield wipers are all crusty, so the windshield wipers are gonna be black, and the front grille is gonna be black, and then I'm gonna add some oil to it because these things just leak and drink oil. So, yeah, gonna throw some oil in it. I'd like to do the front fenders, but I'm gonna look into how many bolts and how hard they are to reach before I start throwing fenders on it. I think you guys are, you're just gonna have to wait until the next video to see the grill done and the lights and everything. Just cause it's getting a little late and I haven't posted a video in a couple days, so I'd like to get this one all edited and ready to go. So I think I'm gonna end it here, and then more videos to come.